Hey guys, welcome to another video. This will be part 3 of the Journey to Financial Freedom video series. In the last two videos, we covered how to assess your current financial state by doing a personal financial statement, basically assessing your income and your expenses. And then the second video, we reviewed how to determine your net worth. In this video, we're going to look at how do you determine or assess your current credit score and review your credit report. So, as some of you know, there are three credit bureaus in the United States: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And you're entitled to one annual credit report from each bureau a year, and you may be able to get your credit scores for free as well, from sites like Credit Karma, um, and you can also purchase it at the credit bureau's website. For your credit report, to get it, the free annual one, you can go to freeannualcreditreport.com and get that report. Um, Basically, once you have that, once you pulled your credit report, this is a sample of what your credit looks like, what the report looks like. This is an Experian credit report, and it has multiple sections. And it starts off with your, if you bought your credit score, it will appear at the beginning, and we can talk more about the credit score. It can range from, um, depending on which credit bureau, from the low 300s to all the way up to 900 is the max. Um, but most of the time, a perfect score is like 800, 850. In the section you'll look at the on your credit report, the first section is going to be the personal information section, and in this section you'll cover. It contains the name, your name that has been used in the past, any variation of your name, your address, any addresses that you've used in the past, and also your social security number if there's any variations in the past when you applied for any loans or when they pulled your credit, as well as any applicants that you may have put in on any application forms. It's very important to review every single section of your credit report for accuracy, and we're going to talk about that on another video. In this video, I'm just going to cover the big sections of the credit report, and then we'll talk about how to dispute any inaccuracies and make sure that you have your credit in order, because it's extremely important to have your credit report and a credit score that's high enough so that you can get loans and be able to purchase real estate, get business loans, and get leverage. And the other section is going to be personal statements. This is where if you have a file frozen, a security freeze on your credit report, or anything like that will come up. The next section, the big one, is going to be potentially negative items. In this section, it will list out all accounts that you have any negative reporting on it, whether it's a late payment or it's a default. It will show up on this section. And the idea being, you don't want anything to show up on this section, because if it does, this is going to impact your credit tremendously. And then the next section will be accounts that are in good standing. So you want all of your accounts to be in this section of your credit report, because this is what shows that you are current on your account, you've been paying on it, and it will show the different payments per month, and at the bottom you'll see all of the payments that have been made on time. You'll have the balance, if it's a credit card, the high balance, the monthly payment that you're making. In this case, it's an auto loan, but you will also see the same thing for a credit card, mortgage, or any other type of accounts. And each of these, by the way, are called trade line. And I could make a whole video about trade lines and what they mean, and how you can use trade lines to increase your credit score, so that you can go ahead and get loans for business or real estate. And then at the bottom you have credit inquiries, and this is another important part section because shows you all of the inquiries that have been made on your credit. And there's two types of inquiries: a hard inquiry and a soft inquiry. A soft inquiry is basically doesn't impact your credit score. It's basically any time a company, so for example, if you have a credit card already open, they typically pull your credit to make sure that you're in good standing and your credit hasn't gone down. And there's no risks involved, so that they don't have to take action. And they'll pull a soft inquiry. If you're applying for a job, same thing. They'll do a soft inquiry. If you're, you know, those type of inquiries are soft inquiries and they don't impact your credit. Versus a hard inquiry where um, that is a hard ding on your credit score, and it affects you. So those you want to make sure you keep as low as possible. And typically they have, when you're shopping for a mortgage or a loan, you want to do it within the 30 days, because within 30 days they typically roll all of them up into one impact, so to speak. It only impacts you one time, as opposed to doing it on a long stretch of period where it's going to be multiple impacts. And at the bottom, you basically have all the different rights by state, federal, how to dispute it if you have any disputes. And that's essentially it, guys. So this is just a review of how to read your credit report and where to get it. I'll include the links below where you can pull your credit. And on the next video, we'll tackle more details on how to dispute any inaccuracies on your credit. Thanks, guys.